Hey everybody, Drew here from Pella Cars. Absolutely honored to bring you guys this gorgeous 2005 Mazda 6 all the way up from the Richmond, Virginia area. This car was extremely well taken care of. It's only got 152,567 miles on it. And if you didn't notice already, it is the hatchback. These are extremely uncommon. This was a very uncommon design. Off the top of my head, I can only think of Saab in this car, and not many cars that came to the United States with this design. It's a four-door sedan, but it's a hatchback. And if you look in the photos, you'll see just how cool and versatile that is with the seats down and all that jazz. So again, this is up from Richmond, Virginia. It spent its life in Ohio, Virginia, and Florida a little bit. So it's not a perfect Southern car that's never been exposed to road salt, but it is way cleaner than any 2005 you'll find around here. We're in Western New York State. So the purpose of this video is to point out any flaws that wouldn't jump out at you in the photographs. And up front, there aren't many. It's in great shape. There's some chips on the hood, or maybe that's, yeah, no, that's a chip or something. Just in beautiful shape up front here. There's a good little ding right there that's been touched up. And these wheels, they're beautiful. They're in great shape. As you see, they're not perfect, but they're in great shape. As I mentioned, this was extremely well taken care of. These are Bridgestone tires, and they're virtually brand new. We try to always put the measurements of the tires. They come with 10/32, which is, of course, begging to be reduced to, 5/16. Anyway, the percentage of tread that's left should be posted, if not everywhere, at least on our website, www.pellacars.com, in the description. But Bridgestone tires are one of, if not the most expensive brand you can get in this size, and somebody bothered to put those on a 20-year-old car, which just speaks volumes to how it was taken care of. It's also only about 1,000 miles into its current oil change. Not that that matters, because we drain it and fill it. We do a full synthetic oil and filter change on every car that leaves our dealership, but it says a lot when a car shows up with one that's not, over because they knew they were trading it in. Expensive tires, up to date on maintenance. As you see, extremely clean. There are these two dings here, right there and right there. I don't know if that's walnuts or what, but they're there. Out back, it's in great shape. It's got this gouge here, and as I said, it is not a Rochester car, so it is remarkably clean under there, considering. Let me see if I can zoom in for you guys here. If we zoom in on like the suspension cups there have some surface rust, as you can see. Frame rails, brake lines. Not sure if you could see that. Maybe we'll try to zoom in just a little bit more. Very clean. You do not typically find 2005s that clean, and you definitely will not find them in Rochester. Not perfect like a Florida car, but pretty darn clean. So moving along, there is a dent by the gas cap here. I'm not sure if you could see that. Right there is a little dent. There's a scratch right there, and not much else. The real part, it's been impossible to keep cars clean. It's just, this is the only break in rain today. Inside is the real treat. This car, it showed up about this clean. I mean, it is virtually perfect. And when we go in the trunk, I'll show you, even the floor mats in it are in like perfect shape. These are heated leather seats. Absolutely wonderful. They get nice and warm, nice and fast. That's going to be important here soon in the next couple months. As you see, just in absolutely beautiful shape. Carpets, all that. The one flaw that jumped out at me in this car that I would not want you to find out for the first time when you either have it delivered to your house or come in and pick it up is these. It looks like the headliner started to fall, and their response was to staple it. It doesn't jump out at you right away, but once you notice it, you can't unsee it. So just wanted you to notice that. Carpets are perfect, other than the little mark I made driving it here. We are off-site, by the way. It's a very windy day at our office, which is at a rural airport, so we're off-site where we can actually film. Steering wheel is in great shape with a little bit of wear here. As you can see, it is, of course, an automatic with the shifty feature, but it's only a 4-speed automatic, just FYI. It's got cruise control, traction control, side curtain airbags. All 4 outboard window passengers' heads are protected from hitting the window, and both front passengers, there's an airbag in the side of the seat here that protects hips and ribs in a side collision. Just wonderful that it's loaded like that. It's got an absolutely killer killer Bose stereo, and there's actually a subwoofer in the hole in the middle of the spare tire in the back, which you of course unplug and remove when you change a tire. But it gives it just that extra warmth and depth of bass. Killer stereo for the age. I should point out, and we'll show you when we drive here, the display here that reads out the radio station and like your bass and treble settings is kind of glitchy. We are talking about a 20-year-old car. I mean, it is impossible to find a 20-year-old car this clean, but they do, of course, all come with, you know, little things like that. So virtually, you know, perfect, brand new. Over here on the passenger side, the back is delightful as well. You see these are a little chipped. That's from being superheated in the sun. Again, if I didn't show you already, yeah, it's up to date on its Virginia safety inspection. That's useless, obviously, as that'll be scraped off for New York State residents buying it for a New York State inspection. And even if you're in Virginia and we ship you this car, that's got to be scraped off, and you've got to get your own. But, you know, it's got, what, 8 months left on its inspection, so, you know, just a very well taken care of car. Back seat is in excellent shape. We're going to go into the trunk, or the hatch, if you want to call it that. It's kind of tough to do with one hand. You can see in the photos, this guy comes off. That goes up with the, by the way, these are weak, and we've got some on order, just so you know. So floor mats are a very good indication that this car was extremely well taken care of. That's the driver's side floor mat. That is very, very, very clean. Nice, freshly shampooed for you to use if you want, or wait till the spring. With that back hatch open, again, which is getting new lift struts because they're weak, I will show you. There's just a single button here. You push it, and those flop forward. And with this guy out of the way, as you can see in the photos, I mean, actually, I'll see if I could do it for you with one hand here. It's worth doing. Hang on, hold the phone 1 second. There we go. So as you can see, I'm just going to set this guy down here and put down the other seat. There you go. Absolutely remarkable. I don't know if that makes as much sense on the screen as it does in person, but that's crazy. I mean, this car, you could camp with this car. That's almost the size of a full mattress. You could absolutely camp with this car, and you could fit absurdly large things in it. And if you're really careful, you could even put things in it that this needs to remain partly open, and then strap this guy the rest of the way down. It's a much, much, much more versatile car than a traditional sedan. We're super, super honored to have it because these are not common at all. Again, I think old Saabs did this. The Scion TC, even though it was a two-door, had, you know, kind of the two-door sedan or two-door coupe look, but the whole, you know, back open, it just wasn't common. If you're watching this on YouTube, we'd love to hear in the comments cars you could think of that you could remember that looked like this, because it's just not a common design. Very European, very cool. So we're going to go for a ride, which is the best part of the car. It is a 2.3 liter 4-cylinder, and it's plenty powerful. This car was also available in a 6-cylinder, and yes, they were a rocket ship, but you know, there's a lot of added maintenance with the V6. This one's got more than enough power. Of course, I don't personally, you know, drive very fast, but you know, it's got more than enough power. I mean, you can see it with 4 adults in it, it would be just fine. It's silky smooth. Mazda has a very strange warm-up method. They run their engines like, you know, cars run a little bit higher RPMs when they're cold. Mazda maxes that out to warm them up as soon as possible. So when you first start it, of course, it's got that Mazda sound to it, which is by design just a little bit odd if you're not used to Mazdas. Silky, silky smooth. I'm going to pull out here. It's got double wishbone front suspension, which is a substantial upgrade amongst cars at this price point. It's very, very tight. So it doesn't make it so it rides harder, but it gives the wheels the ability to move up and down more straight instead of rock when they go up and down. So it's very, very tight. Like if you got in a sports car twice the price of this, and this is how it handled, you would not be disappointed. I mean, we're going 55 miles per hour here around this corner. By the way, on this straightaway, I'm going to take my hand off the wheel, straighten up a little bit. As you see, it drives perfectly straight. No shaking, no shimmying, nothing like that. But just the handling is insane. You know, and this corner in a comparable car, I don't know, I'm going to guess around 75, it would start to feel intense. In this car, it would probably be smooth at 90. It's so tight because of the suspension design, again, called double wishbone. You'll also find that in like Honda Accord. I think it's a little bit more, you know, well executed in this Mazda. They did a really good job. Hands off the wheel again. I'm going to straighten up and give you, let me get in the middle of the lane here, and I'm going to give you brakes. No shakes, no shimmies, no rattles. Thankfully, nobody behind me thinking I'm crazy. Just an overall smooth car. Absolutely wonderful. Tight, drives, it's fun to drive. And there's nothing about it that is, you know, worn or degraded from when it was new. It's just exactly what you'd expect from a very, very well-maintained car. Again, 152,569 miles. That would definitely show. Its age would show a lot more if it wasn't so well taken care of. So anyways, I'm Drew. I hope this video was helpful. You can buy this car online, www.pellacars.com, but we would love to meet you in person and have you test drive it. As you see, we are out in the country, so test drives are very pleasant. Our office, where you would come to actually see it, other than being windy, is delightfully you know, calm and nice to drive. It's out in the country. We're outside of Brockport, New York, which is in between Rochester, closer to Rochester, in between Rochester and Buffalo. We ship cars all over the United States and potentially all over the world if you want. To set up that test drive, you could go to the website or call 585-771-0111. And hey, if you just are car shopping and this video is helpful, but you don't intend to buy it, and you want to give the video a thumbs up because you liked it, we appreciate that. It helps our business grow on YouTube. And if you want to see more videos like this, just subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Thank you so much for your time. Take care. And don't forget, if you could think of a model that I didn't, you know, mention that has that sedan look but the hatchback design, and you want to throw it in the comments, I think that'd be fun. So go ahead and do it. Thank you. Take care. Bye.